Good afternoon. Lot of inputs, right? Really great to be here once again. This is a handwriting guy in front of you. I've been in this field for the past 26 years. And I remember my first success story with civil service students was with Vinil Krishna. Do you remember his name? 2005 topper. I think, according to my memory, I have trained him. I think he was the guy who wrote with the Telugu language. Now he's in Orissa cadre. Vinil Krishna, 2005 topper. If I'm not wrong, he is almost only one IAS officer, I believe, who, along with the like-minded IAS officers, started a blog to give lot of information to the students like you. More than 600-700 pages of information is there in his blog. You can also refer to his blog for your additional information and to get to crack your exam. His name is Mr. Vinil Krishna. If I'm not wrong, 2005 topper. So from then I've been training a lot of people, and though I don't remember every student who comes to my office or where I go, I still remember one recent success story who is going to address you very soon. He is none other than Mr. Muzammil Khan, son of Sri A.K. Khan. So I was personally checking his handwriting and I was helping him before, when he was preparing for the exam. This is better, I think. I don't need this. Thank you. So, my question is generally not how are you? My question is, how are you writing? How is your handwriting? 2022, especially post-corona, this is a very weird question. And if I ask somebody outside, they first look at me from top to bottom. Handwriting? Now? This digital era? Where are you, sir? And most of the people almost forgot to write. Because there is no handwritten communication now. But you people, I think, you are one of the two very important exam-going students. One being chartered accountancy and two being you. You people have lot of insights. You have to get lot of insights about this particular skill. This is a skill. I always stress this is not a subject. This is a skill. And if handwriting is a skill, I think anyone can improve it. It's not a subject. If you want to learn swimming with a professional trainer's guidance, with your interest and with your practice, you can master swimming. Yes, no? So, swimming is a skill. If anybody can swim, anybody can write. If anybody can walk, anybody can write. I think this is a better statement than swimming, because swimming is optional. Not everybody needs it. Maybe not everybody is interested. But we all need to walk, we all need to eat. So, let me be very clear in the beginning itself. Handwriting is almost like walking, almost like eating, talking, speaking. If you can speak on your own, if you can walk on your own, if you can eat on your own, this is my minimum guarantee that you all can write. WRITE, RIGHT. You can write. I'm here to correct your handwriting samples. I'm not here to teach you all the handwriting because you're aware of handwriting. I'll only talk to you about the corrections, what you need. Before I start anything, I think I would like to ask you a question. Do you print or do you cursive? Print is writing without joining the letters to each other. Cursive is writing, joining all the letters to each other. How many of you print? Okay. So if your handwriting is print specifically, raise your hand. If your handwriting is cursive, please raise your hand. As some of you are mentioning, the right answer is both. We do both. And my statement is, please do not write both, and especially don't club both. I have seen more than 500,000 handwriting samples already, and my suggestion in this afternoon is, please do not club both the writing styles. I strongly recommend you to write either print or cursive handwriting. You can choose. Anything is okay for me. But you ask me specifically, so what do you suggest? Maybe I suggest cursive. But non-cursive is not wrong. Print is not wrong. You can also print. No problem. Print is writing letters, writing a word without joining without joining one letter to another letter. Let me take a small example. Timing. If I see somebody writing a word timing, maybe somebody is writing like this. I have also seen somebody writing a word timing like this. I think the first one is cursive and the second one is print. And I suggest anything. Both are okay. Anything is okay. Cursive, non-cursive is okay. See, this is my life. I love this ink. I remember I had a expo, and I have named my expo as Inspirations, not Inspirations. I have added a letter K inside within the letters of Inspirations. And the mistake is clubbing both, joining and without joining. This is one thing which is wrong. Please do not write the combination of both. Either first one or second one is okay. Specifically, as I said, if you want to write in cursive handwriting, I am here to help you out. How many of you are for cursive writing? I think cursive is more professional. Do you agree? More professional? Looks very impressive. Cursive, because tomorrow you're going to be in the seat to which, if I have to meet you after 5 years now, after 10 years now, I definitely need an appointment to meet you. So if you are in that chair, you have to write little professional, not like childish. I think, if I'm not wrong, I'm sorry to use this statement now. That is, if your writing is print, I think, it will not be that professional. It may look little kiddish, little childish, a bit childish. So to go to the next level, I somehow recommend you, I only recommend you, I'm not insisting you, I only recommend you to write in cursive handwriting. Let me give you 3 simple reasons why you can choose cursive handwriting, why you can opt cursive. Reason number 1, you can save some time, because you don't lift your hand for every single letter in a word. You can save some time. You are the people who write for 3 long hours at a stretch, maybe around 3,000 words. Sometimes you have 2 letters in a word, sometimes you have 7 to 10 letters in a word. Like you have approximately 3,000 words to do at a stretch. And if that is the case, I think cursive will definitely help you out to save that last minute, 2 to 3 minutes, last 2 to 3 minutes at the end of your exam. So that is a huge time. 2 to 3 minutes at the end of your examination is a huge time, I believe. For that reason, I think you can choose cursive. And second, being, as I said, it looks so sober, so great, so professional, so gentle it looks. And reason number 3, I can tell you, I don't know how many of you heard this word graphology. Did you hear a word graphology? Graphology is all about understanding a person from handwriting sample, and I am also a graphotherapist. Graphotherapy is a science of behavioral modification. By suggesting certain changes in your handwriting, if you can do them for around 21 days from now, it's really surprising, you can change your mindset. By changing certain strokes in your handwriting, by changing certain things in your handwriting, maybe margins, maybe pressure, maybe slants, maybe spacing among the letters, among the words, do you know that you can change your mindset? Is it not interesting? Do you think it's true? Is it believable? Yes? Is it looking like authentic? Is it standard? I don't think so. But my dear young friends, it is very scientific. This is a program, graphotherapy is a program which is developed by medical doctors and psychologists. I think if that is true, we can also believe in this. I'm going to suggest you few changes in your handwriting. From now, you please take it. And from today, For 21 days, if you can practice, I think all those changes will get registered in your mind. And whenever you write something just like that, all those things are going to happen in your handwriting from now, maybe after 21 days. If they can happen in your handwriting, it will change your mindset, because handwriting is not handwriting. Handwriting is not at all handwriting, my dear friends. For us, it is brain writing. You do not write with your hand. Hand is only moving on a piece of paper. Hand is like a forceps. It's just a physical tool which is holding your marker, pencil, pen, something, sketch. And your mind is instructing your hand to move that way. That's why there are no two identical handwritings observed so far on this beautiful planet Earth. Your handwriting is unique like your vocal cords. Your handwriting is very unique like your fingerprint. Your handwriting is very unique like your DNA sample. Make sense? Hello? Make sense? Yes. If your handwriting is one of the unique features of yours, I think we can really take it a bit serious. We can really work on it. If it is something science, if it is a vague study, okay, we'll not worry about it. If it is a science, and if it has got some power to change your mindset, I think we can really spend some time on it. Can we? Yes. According to graphotherapy, if a person is able to write a word without lifting the hand from the first letter to the last letter, I think he is the one who is good at persistence. One of the beautiful results about cursive handwriting as per graphotherapy is it will make you more persistent. It can enhance your persistence. You can become persistent after writing cursive writing. Make sense? So with these reasons, can we stick to cursive? And you can also write non-cursive. Good news is, if you develop cursive handwriting, non-cursive is so easy. And if you know only non-cursive, you will not be able to write cursive. I think even for this reason, you can go with the cursive writing. Correct? Let me give you some 3-4 words. Please write down. Family. You can use all small letters, all lowercase letters. You don't have to go with the caps. Family. Comma. Or maybe right below that. Below the word family you can write, because I'll write these words once again on the board. You can rewrite them. Some of you, if you can't see the board from there, I think you can move on to these chairs. There are a few chairs vacant over there. Yeah. Next word, minimum. Right below that, please. Please write the word minimum below the word family. Minimum. Majority. Majority. Jointly. Adjusting. These are the words I have chosen. These are the picked words. I'll tell you what is something common among all these 5 words. My dear young friends, we have 26 letters in English, and 95% of the handwriting is with the lowercase letters. Maybe 4 to 5% are with the capital letters. Majority of the handwriting is with the small letters. That's the reason I was asking you to write all with the small letters. And these are the 5 words in which you have 3 enemies. Enemy number 1 is I, enemy number 2 is J, and enemy number 3 is T. Only because of these 3 letters, generally people feel like lifting the hand. Mostly people break a word only because of these 3 letters, and please be very conscious with them from now. Come what may, you try to join all the letters to each other, then you come back, complete the remaining portions of I's, J's and T's, and your persistence will enhance. You will become more persistent. Persistence is doing something without breaking, without quitting the job. If you can stick to that, in spite of all the difficulties, health issues, discouragements, if you can stick to your goal, you are a person called who is persistent. And if you want to be very persistent, I strongly recommend you to write in cursive handwriting, wherein you don't lift your hand either for I or for J or for T. Let me rewrite these 5 words. First word I remember, I gave you a word family, family. First you complete, then you come back and make a dot. I've seen many people, they write almost correct, but only the letter Y, they leave it, and that's also wrong. Do you know that? From today, whenever you have a word ending with a Y or G, please do not leave it down. According to graphology, we also have a document proof. Anybody who is not ending the stroke of Y or G, especially at the end, maybe they have something incomplete in their mind. They are trying to construct the barriers from present to past. That's why these Y's and G's are not getting completed. This is a science recorded. So from today, you are going to end these things, end these letters, like especially Y and G. So this is the right one. You will not break it for I. Secondly, I said the word minimum, M-I-N-I-M-U-M. I'm asking you not to lift the hand, even for I dots, J dots, T cross bars, because last month I was in a place called Anantapur, where I was training some postgraduate students, and one girl wrote, sign if I can't. I could not understand what is this. It's a significant actually. Significant is a word. Because she was lifting the hand, because there was unwanted gap in between somewhere. Of course, only 1% or maybe less than 1% these kind of things will happen. Remember, more than 99% of the cases it may lead to meaningless words. Maybe it will go like meaningless communication. English is a very, very problematic language. It's not our language, it's a foreign language. Tamil is our language, Telugu is our language, Malayalam is ours, Hindi is ours, Sanskrit is ours, English is not ours. It's a foreign language. You need to be very conscious about that small language, only with the 26 letters, and we have so many letters in our languages, and Barakadi in our language, Matra in our language, and we are very comfortable with that. But it's a very, very small language, but very tricky language. You need to be so alert. Every single moment, in a moment, you should be so alert. That's why, firstly, I want you to be very, very alert with the words wherein you have I's, J's, and T's. Now, what's the third word? This is the word with all the three enemies. You have I, you have J, and you have T. Write M-A-J-O-R-I-T-Y. Look at this Y. I'm extending it. Now you move back. Remember one more, second instruction I'm going to give you. Because you are ending the word here, generally you have a habit of making a T cross bar here, I dot here, and J dot over there. Please don't do that from now. You have to go from left to right to complete I's, J's, T's. So your first thing you have to do is J dot. Second thing what you are supposed to do is I dot. Third thing what you're going to do is T bar. J dot, I dot, T cross bar. This is the way you're supposed to do. Otherwise, what happens if you complete from T to J, you are a person who is moving to past. Very, with a great difficulty, people try to travel to past, which is wrong. Somebody insulted me last month. Why did I take that decision last year? Why my mother was scolding me? Why I did not get the promotion? All these things, they bother. And do not think about yesterday, though you had a great past. From the past, you have only two things to do. One is learn a lesson. Two is forget. That's it. Only two things to do with the past, though it was a great past, because you need to do something big. So don't keep recalling the past. You have to work for the future. Today is the greatest day. What's the fourth one? Once again, all the three enemies. J-O-I-N-T-L-Y. Look at my Y once again. I'm lifting it up. Now you come back. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Please rewrite all the words. The last one? Adjusting. Yes. Once again, all the three enemies are there. A-D-J-U-S-T-I-N-G. I don't know how many of you are making it legible. First quality of handwriting is legible. You have to make it legible. Even Mahatma Gandhi said, bad handwriting is a sign of imperfect education. I'm a Telugu guy. Most of you are non-Telugus, I believe, here. In Telugu, we always say, అద్దం ముందు నిలబడి ఎంతసేపు మేకప్ చేసుకున్నా పెదవుల మీద చిరునవ్వు లేకపోతే నీ మేకప్ పూర్తి కానట్టే, ఎన్ని చదువులు చదివినా స్పష్టమైన చేతిరాత లేకపోతే నీ చదువు పూర్తి కానట్టే. We say in Telugu. So if your handwriting is not good, your education is not complete. It's incomplete. So that's why you have to make your handwriting with three qualities. I have come here with a beautiful statement. Please write down. I will make my handwriting. I will make my handwriting. So try to be conscious about the words you are doing now. Try to do it in cursive and your lifestyle will enhance. That's my minimum guarantee today. I'm a psychology based science guy who is teaching handwriting. I'm teaching all these things with the sense and science. With the support of sense and science. It's not a vague talk I'm doing now. I will make my handwriting more. After this, I'll give you three words, three very, very important words. Please write down all these three words with the numbers 1, 2, 3. In the next line, write 1, 2, 3. These three words are very, very important for you. From today, if you have to make your handwriting complete, you really have to work on these three things. After more, you can put a colon. First one, legible. Second, beautiful. Third, scientific. I repeat. I will make my handwriting more. 1, legible. 2, beautiful. And 3, scientific. If your handwriting is not legible, not beautiful, not scientific, it's not 100% handwriting. Which means it's legible, beautiful, it's not scientific, it's not 100%. It's legible, scientific, it's not beautiful, it is not 100%. It's beautiful, scientific, it's not legible, it's not 100%. So you have to work on each and everything. 33.33% each you have to work on. All the three things we will work on. Let me concentrate on a word, legible handwriting. I will tell you why most of the people don't have a legible handwriting. Let's work on it. If you have little patience, try to hold your pen properly. Hold only with the three fingers, thumb, index and middle fingers. You're not supposed to involve the fourth and fifth fingers, only these three fingers. And your middle finger goes below the writing instrument. You need to leave an inch and hold your writing instrument over there. Anybody holding very close by will never have a beautiful handwriting. Though they have a beautiful handwriting, they will not be able to manage after 20 minutes. Maybe the first 20 minutes is okay. After 20 minutes, handwriting goes down, deteriorates because the posture is wrong. This is a bad posture. This is a bad posture. You hold very far from the tip, it's also bad. It's so simple, you need to leave an inch from the tip. Just an inch. You see that first horizontal line on index finger? Just an inch. That's a perfect, scientifically proven area where you have to hold your writing instrument and with the three fingers. See? Two things I was talking about. One is where to hold and two is how to hold. Middle finger is always found below the writing instrument, never on the right side. Believe me, if your middle finger is happening from the right side of the writing instrument, you will not be able to manage your handwriting very comfortably after 15th minute. Medical doctors, neurophysicians, neurosurgeons told me with the proof. So please don't let the middle finger happen from the right part of your writing instrument. It should be going below the writing instrument. Can you all see this? My middle finger is placed below the writing instrument and after an inch from the tip. My thumb is happening from the left side if I am a right-handed. If you are left-handed, of course, thumb will go on the right side. But once again, middle finger is below the writing instrument and my index finger is other side. Simple. Only three fingers. If you are left-handed, please make sure that your hand is tilted towards right side. And I know most of you are right-handed. Here I can tell you 95% of you are right-handed. Please raise your hand if you are left-handed. See, it's 95 plus, 98% of this hall. How many of you are left-handed once again? Hello? Can I? Only one? I see two hands. Only two hands. 2, 4, okay. I can see, say 2 plus 2, 4. So it's more than 95% right-handed. That means what? You all are left brain dominants. Because your left brain is dominant and you are writing with the right hand. Google it. After the session, when you're free, Google for the functions of left brain and that's what is you. Your mentality, your analysis. You can simply see it on screen. So middle finger, thumb, index finger and let it rest at the back side. Let the remaining two fingers go inside and your hand is once again, as I said, slanted. Make sure that your head is bent down when you're writing, not the backbone. All the people, those who have a bad practice of bending the backbone will not be able to write more than 30 minutes. Maximum 30 minutes you will be able to manage. After 30 minutes, you will get a pain. Your neck aches, your back is paining, and you feel like rotating yourself as if you forgot to go to gym today morning. You feel like doing all these things, I've seen many people, doing exam, they do like this and they keep stretching, they feel like relaxing the muscles. These are all the things which will disturb your exam also. Maybe when you look at a question, maybe 3-4 line question, you try to understand, you try to analyze, you all have some special time to analyze the answer before you pen down, right? And when you're analyzing in your mind, it looks like you are okay, but because of these three things, these things, physical disturbances, 50-60% of the answer is gone in the air. Once again, you are disturbed. I don't want these disturbances to happen. So that's why sit straight, make sure that your backbone is straight, and you bend your head with the muscles of your neck. Don't ever try to forget a small little smile on your face. That will definitely help you. I have a beautiful quote for you, my dear young friends. Be serious in life, but not in living. All the successful people so far today maintained this principle. They were serious only in the life, but they were never serious in the lifestyle. You can see any successful business magnate, any successful scientist, any successful movie artist, any successful cricketer, you can see them. They look cool. They always look cool. They are never stressed, and they don't have wrinkles on their forehead. They're never serious in the lifestyle. So lifestyle is cool, but life is serious. Inside you are serious. You don't have to express to every single guy. Your mother will get tensed more than you if you show it on your face. So you look cool and you do great things. Any successful person you see today, success is only 50%. Attaining is only 50%, right? Retaining is remaining 50%. So even at the age of 50, we are working so hard because, success is not one-time thing. You have to keep moving. You have to keep working. And do not press too hard. See, if you hold gently, you will be able to manage for 180 minutes, my dear friends. This is a story of 180 minutes you need to manage on a piece of paper. When you have to write continuously for 180 minutes, I think you cannot give a lot of pressure on the writing instrument. Hold it gently, not so gently like, so that, maybe it will get hurt, okay? Not so gently, okay? The firm grip is important. The pencil or pen or marker is not just coming out of the fingers just like that. You definitely have to hold it firmly, but not with a heavy pressure. Please do understand that. Do not hold your writing instrument with a heavy pressure. Let me ask you to write 3 words. Write with the small letters once again. Don't use capital letters because they happen less than 4%. Write a word Google using all small letters. Google. Window. Yeah, that's good if you can write one below the other. We'll work on a change and I'll talk sense. 3rd word. My favorite word. Of course, related to handwriting, not related to success or something. Committee. Committee. First word is? Second? Third? What's common? What's common among these 3 words? Some letter is getting repeated somewhere. Somewhere or the other in a word, some letter is getting repeated. Yes? Some letter, any letter. Maybe M sometimes, maybe O, maybe W. Some letter, something or the other is getting repeated. Correct? How many of you are able to write both the letters in a same size, shape and slant? How many of you could not? Raise your hands. I could not manage. Both in a same style like a print. There is a small little change, small little difference. That is one thing you have to work on from today. You all have managed to write a lot of examinations right from your LKG till now. I'll tell you what happened, something very common in all these examinations. Can I? When you start writing, the first 4 or 5 lines are so cute. Not first page. I cannot say all the first page. Maybe the first 3 or 4 lines of the first page are definitely, on higher side. And by the end of the same page, it goes little low. and second page, third page it deteriorates, and last page most of the times I cannot read myself. I myself cannot be able to read it back. Forget about my teachers. Is it not? Did it happen in all your uh, exams, answer books? So if that is true, I think we really have to work today, because this is one of the serious examinations you're going to crack very soon. Most probably one of the last examinations in your life, right? Maybe after this you will have a real examination in the life, not on the paper. Only life will test you, political leaders will test you, your situations will test you, your climatic conditions will test you. After that, those are the different examinations. So physically on the paper you're going to write this is almost the last examination. So that's why very serious examination. It's a life deciding factor. That's why let's work on legible handwriting, the first quality, legible handwriting. To make it legible, my dear young friends, please remember the S3 formula. S3 formula. First S is size, second S is a shape, third S is slant. When you repeat a letter, as I said, it's only a matter of 26 letters. English is the smallest language. It's the only language with a minimum number of letters in the world. That's why just try to repeat your tough letter. I can definitely challenge, like some of you will have a problem with the J, some of you will have an issue with the letter X, maybe some of you have an issue with the letter Z, maybe K is a problem to you, maybe C itself is a problem to many people. So whatever is a problematic letter to you till now, tonight before you sleep, try to work on that, try to correct it. Any number of times you write that letter, you should be able to write in the same size, same shape, same slant. Next 2 minutes, can we do a small activity? Please write A twice, preferably in cursive. For example, I'll show you on the board. If I write this small a, when I repeat it, I should be able to repeat in the same size, shape and slant. And if you can observe, if you can remember, most of the times I'm using right slant. Did you observe from the beginning? All my letters are slanted to right side, and if you can see, if you can measure in terms of mathematics, it is approximately 60 degrees, my dear friends. Please do not write it in 45 degrees, bahut zyada hota hai. Don't write in 45 degrees, don't write in 90. 90 is upright. That is also wrong. Try to do it in 60-65 degrees approximately. That's a beautiful slant. Let me tell you what is the beauty of this right slant. All the people, all the writers on this planet Earth, those who have a slant of 60-65 degrees, are sympathetic in nature. Right slanters are extroverts. You can also make a note of it. We have a documented proof. All the left slanters are introverts. Left slant is a wrong slant. Left slant is to be left. Right slant is the right slant. Right has got two meanings, beautiful meanings. Right slant is the right slant. Try to inculcate, try to make a habit of doing it in right slant. Believe me, your horizons will get expanded. That's my guarantee. You will look at your own life in a huge, 70 mm, in a huge way, huge angle, in a huge perspective. You will start looking at your own life. That's why I recommend you to write in right slant. Try to do it till Z, double A, double B, double C. Do it on your own. It will not take more than 60 to 90 seconds. It will take only 60 to 90 seconds. Right, one beside the other now, no problem. Now you'll ask me if you have any issue with any letter. You can ask me. I am going to guide you. I am going to give you the right letter, the right way of joining also. R, yeah, or S, F, yeah. F is one of the funniest letters, I can say, because it's the only letter which goes to top and which comes down. When it comes to the matter of loop, you can give a loop, you can avoid a loop, no problem. Same size, same shape, same slant. You need to manage all the factors. Or you asked, right? Coming to or, the circle and the right part should be of same size. Most of the people have a bad practice of writing or this way. Please try to correct your or from now. My dear friends, when you're writing in a hurry, when you're writing a little faster, most of the times I've seen going it like S. Your R is going like S. That will create a havoc. Lot of issues, lot of negatives will happen if your R is getting converted to S. That's why try to make the circle and the second stroke in same height. Please look at this. Almost the same size, shape, slant. Anything else? Z, correct. This is my favorite Z, cursive Z. This is okay, but because of this pointed stroke, I didn't like it. It takes a little more stress, it takes little more effort. That's why I started liking the smooth one. The first reverse C is smaller and the second reverse C is a little bigger and moving towards left side also. Anything else? Hello? K, correct. To talk to you, K is one of my very interesting letters. When I was in Sweden, I went to a beautiful place called Nobel Museum. There, I had an opportunity to collect the handwriting samples of the greatest scientists in the world, like Madame Curie, Galileo, Einstein, Thomas Alva Edison's handwriting samples I have collected. And for your information, to motivate you, K is seen like this. Most of their handwriting, the K is looking like this. This is a very intellectual, superior quality K. Try to work on this K. When I ask people to write king in cursive writing, they simply write like this. This is a bad K in cursive handwriting. Nahi chalega. K is a single stroke letter. I already told you, I, J and T are the only 3 letters which are called double stroke letters, and all the remaining 23 letters are called single stroke letters. You are not supposed to lift your hand for any letter other than I, J and T. Only for these 3 letters, that too at the end of a word, you are going to come back and put them, that too from left to right side. See how sensible is handwriting. These instructions, these many instructions are there. So, other than I, J, T, you will make them in one stroke. K is very sensible letter, I said, because the second stroke should be exactly in 50% of the first stroke. Please check for this. Once the second part of K is a little moving more than 50%, it may look like R, and when you write king, it will get converted into ring. Most of the children complain, the teachers, see, I wrote very well, Daddy, but my teacher did not give me proper marks. My teacher is partial. Only to my friend, he gives marks and not to me. This is bad because, you think that you wrote everything, you presented everything, but maybe because of so many sensible issues, it gets converted into something else. Right? Anything else? Let me show you how to join KK. Size, shape, slant should be repeated. First K, second K. Anything else? Yes, exactly. Never join S from inside. This is a bad connection in cursive writing if you are doing it. You have to join like this. This is the only way you have to you are supposed to write J. S. S connection should get back in the same line. Never go from inside. Q. Q is a simple extension of small c. When you write C, before Q, let me write this C for 5 times. May I recommend you to write all these C for 5 times? Those who are repeated in my sessions are giving the story. They remember it. I'm so happy. You remember that. It's good. Good on you. Please write this C for 5 times. How many of you first timers in my session? First time attending my session for first time? Minority. This is minority. Okay. The repeaters are minority. Good. Anyhow. This movies like this can be repeated, can be watched, once again, no problem. This is something related to our skill enhancement program. Are you able to write this C repeatedly? Using S3 formula, same size, same shape, same slant? Thoda slant karke, like thoda 60-65 degree slant. So as you said Q is an extension of C. A is also an extension of C. O is also an extension of C. G is also an extension of C. D is also an extension of C. That's it. No other letter. These are the only 5 letters which are called C based. If you can write, I don't mind. Please write these things. Try to take as many words as you can with these letters. C based letters. 5 letters are C based. And if C part of these 5 letters is getting changed, I am not responsible for your handwriting. Please make sure that the C part is neither moving towards left side nor to right side nor getting varied. Done? Now I'll show you how to join Q to Q. As I said, Q is an extension of C. your C is supposed to be done in the same style. QQ, same height, same depth, same slant. S3 formula, size, shape, slant should not get different. Anything else? This is a serious mantra. You can practice it for next 21 days. Double A, double B, double C, till double Z. Especially those letters which are troubling you, practice them for 50 times, 100 times, 1000 times, doesn't matter. Because it's a language with the 26 letters, the smallest language in the world. Yes. Anything else? Can I go ahead? R after? I will tell you, but before that, please try to tell me in which word are you getting Q and R side by side? Because I have never come across with a word wherein Q and R are side by side. It's a very, very different combination, right? Yeah, that is fine. U is Q's friend. Correct? 99.9% of the cases you have U after Q. Not 100%. This is the way you join. QU. Anything else? No, after Q I am telling. After Q. After Q you don't get R generally. V and only V. VV. Yeah. V is always in cone shape, please remember. So whenever you write V from now, whether it is cursive, non-cursive, capital or small letter, please try to make the upper portion little wider compared to the lower portion. So when you write in cursive, also try to give that scope. A reader is so comfortable when you have that cone shape within a letter V. Most of the times the reader is not comfortable because you have a U shape in V. So the bottom portion is, if it is getting wider, reader will get confused. So always give importance to that cone shape. W is an extension of V. If you can write V, W is not a big deal. This is how. See, you have two V's. You have two V's. 1, 2, 1, 2. Two cone shapes. Compulsory. And whenever you write W, please check the middle stroke of your W. Even you wrote a word window, please check the middle stroke. That should never be a smaller one. That's not W actually. It's a combination of two V's. This is one V and you have another V. The middle stroke is compulsorily, it should be maintained in the same height. Never it is a smaller one, either in M or in W. In M also it should not be small. Anything else? O and R is a very, very special connection. I have 5 letters to write before clearing your doubt. First letter is B, second letter is F, third is O, fourth is V, fifth is W. Please write these 5 letters once. I have a beautiful point. Mohan? I brought a small handout. So I'll give you these handouts, and these handouts will really help you out all through your preparation time. This is like your friend. Most of your handwriting doubts, most of the issues related to handwriting, I think you can get solved with the help of this sheet. Can you see something common out of these 5 letters? Anything common? That last stroke, ending stroke. जो ending है, like B ending, F ending. So if I have a word army, I think A and R are found in the same height. When I write a word cream, my C and R are found in the same height. But when I write a word orbit, they are not found in the same height. This is something different. Please write down O-R-R. O-R. Write 2-3 times. From now, in any word, this is one of the most beautiful, most commonly repeated combinations. Like O-R is a very, very popular connection, popular combination. O-R, O-R, write 2-3 times. Where are you holding your pen? Please check the postures. How are you sitting? And I also recommend you, like a doctor, I recommend you to keep both your feet flat on the floor. That will really help you while reading, while writing examination, while preparation. While preparing for your examinations and while reading, while writing examinations, please make sure that both the feet are flat on the floor. Once it's like this, once it's crossed, you cannot sit more than 25 minutes. Everything has got a number. Maximum 25 minutes you will be able to sit, because one leg is on on the second leg, and there is a problem with the blood flow. It will lead to numbness. Doctors told me, if you want to sit very comfortably for 3 long hours, 2.5 hours to 3 hours, both the feet must be flat on the floor. This rule is applicable for all these combinations. Only for these 5 letters, remember, only for these 5 letters out of 26 letters, whenever you have or, same thing will happen. B or, this is the way you will write. F or, this is the way you write. O or, V or, W or. Please write down all the 5 now. And of course, you don't have to write this. You can avoid writing this. V or you don't have to note down. Because I have never seen a word with V or side by side. Generally, it will not happen. V and R will not happen side by side, generally. And remaining 4 are very popular. I have seen it in many dictionaries. Please write down BR, FR, OR, WR. Those things are mentioned very clearly in the sheet given to you, in the worksheet given to you. Can you all see the worksheet? The first page, I have given you all the 7 elements of handwriting, 7 points. Below that, I have given first group CA, DG, QO. Can you see that? First group, all the 26 letters are very, very cleverly, very intelligently separated, classified into 6 groups. Group number 1, CADGQO. Group number 2, BFOW. Can you see that? Group number 3, GJYZ. Group number 4, NHMU. Group number 5 is PS. And group number 6 is all the remaining letters. You have 7 letters. You can see them E, I, K, L, R, T, X. So this is a beautiful way of practicing the letters. I sincerely recommend you not to practice the letters in alphabetical order. If you can practice them like this, you will have a beautiful word called rhythm in your handwriting. Rhythm is a beauty for any beautiful thing. Rhythm is the secret of beauty. Rhythm is the secret behind any beautiful thing on this planet Earth. Whether it's a flower, whether it's a building, whether it is a walk, whether it is a song, anything. Rhythm makes all the sense. So if you are really interested to make your handwriting presentable, you have to work on single word called rhythm. Rhythm happens only when you practice letters with the relation. For example, I have a word called oxygen. Y and G. There are 2 letters called Y and G. The way I am ending Y, the same way if I am ending G, a reader is very comfortable and it develops a beautiful thing called rhythm in handwriting, and it's so beautiful. It makes all the difference in your handwriting. Okay? Did you write all the 4? BR, FR, OR, WR. Anything else? Somebody were asking something. Orbit, okay. I'll do that. I'm so happy I'm not given with a red pen. It would have been like blood. It's black, I'm not scared. Yeah, please write the word orbit. I have a sensible thing to discuss in a word orbit. What is the major difference you observe on the board in between B and T? Quickly. In between B and T, what is the major difference you observed? Very quickly. Yes, exactly. A small loop is found in a letter B. There is no loop found in T, in the stem. In the stem part, can you observe on the board? This is a gift I'm going to give you today, my dear friends. From today, whenever you write T, you are supposed to write like this. Make no loop in the stem of T and D. Only 2 letters. D also. These are the 2 letters. We had a major research for more than 150, 200 years. Thousands of doctors, officers, big professionals were doing research on these letters. And TD, if there is a loop happening, if you have a habit of making a loop in your T, your D, you are a person called sensitive. Those who take things to the heart generally makes a loop in the stem of T's and D's. Today is the last day to make a loop in a stem of T, in a stem of D. Never make a loop. I also recommend a book. I always recommend this book to my students. Tough times never last, but tough people do. You are supposed to be very, very strong, because the seat, what you're going to see, where you're going to sit in the future, demands you to be very, very tough. Sensitive people, please don't mind. Though you all are selected, only sensitive people are given a lower cadre. All the sensitive people are not given in higher cadres. After 4 years, after 5 years, the real life starts after getting selected, my dear friends, not the first year. What matters is after 5 years, after 10 years, it all depends on your attitude. It all depends on the way you are receiving, you are looking at your situations, the way you are solving will make others to put you in those positions. It will really help you to elevate you. If you're really looking for a good elevation in your post, see, it's not so difficult for you to crack your examinations. You all know the strategy. You all will crack it. Please remember, that's only 10% of your life. Cracking your examinations is the first 10% of your life. The remaining 90% of your life is in which position you are going to be there in after 20 years from the day you have cracked your exam. After 25 years, you all will be in touch with your friends. Somebody is in Maharashtra, somebody is in Delhi, somebody is in Hyderabad, somebody is in Pune, and there are a lot of differences in the course. Yes, no. So if you're really interested in elevation, if you're really interested to be in good positions, try to be strong here from now. Only those who are strong here are elevated. For that, the book which will help you is Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do, written by Robert Sculler. This is one of the most beautiful books I have ever read. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Be tough. Do all the exercises, whatever it takes to be very tough. This is one of the exercises I give you based on handwriting. Now write orbit very carefully. B, there can be a loop. Maybe you avoid the loop, this is okay. But T, no loop at all. If T crossbar is found only on the left side, you are a person who procrastinates a lot. कल देख लेंगे क्या है, मिल लगा, చూద్దాం ले, let's see. क्यों? Why are you tensed up? This is not correct. If you are healthy, if you can do something that day, you are not supposed to postpone only because of laziness. Never, never. So that's why I strongly recommend you to make the T crossbar balanced. Left side and right side, it should be balanced. Coming to the next beautiful point to correct your handwriting samples. Please try to join a letter to vowel, vowel to letter. Please turn the worksheet given to you around that handout. I have given you 260 connections and you will not have any issue with the connection from now onwards. I have given only two things over there, back part of the worksheet given to you. Two columns. Column number 1 is explaining you how to join a letter to vowel. Column number 2, the right side column, explains you how to join any vowel to any letter. I have seen all the dictionaries and there are only two things found in dictionary. Maybe a letter is after vowel, maybe a letter is before vowel. Calculator starts with CA, account starts with AC. Maybe a vowel is after C, maybe a vowel is before C. Light starts with LI, illegible starts with IL. Maybe a vowel is on the right side of L or on the left side of L. Magic starts with MA, amazing starts with AM. You need to be very comfortable with both. So you have both the solutions and try to underline your toughest connection, underline your or maybe round off the thing what is required to you and try to work on that for the next 7 days. First 7 days from now, you have to work on correcting your letters, you have to work on correcting your connections, because what's cursive handwriting without connections? What's handwriting without letters? All the handwriting is with the combination of letters, all the cursive is with the combination of connections. How beautifully, how well you join. For example, if I write a word, try to read this word for me. Can anybody read this word for me? This is a word called well. One of my students last month wrote it. If you want, I'll show you all the 4 letters. This is the letter W. Can you see that now? Now it's very clearly visible. W is there. Can you find a letter E here? And these 2 are 2 L's for him, not for me. That is the peak example for the illegible handwriting. So that's why I recommend you to make it legible. Second thing, make it beautiful. How to make it beautiful? I'll give you 3 solutions to make it beautiful. First solution is make it in right slant. Maybe a 60-degree slant is a good suggestion. It will become beautiful. Never write in 90 degrees. Give me a word in English. Hello. Raise your hand. Give me a word. I'll try to show you on the board. Give me a word. Any word. English word. What's the word? Word. Not the name. English word. Intelligent. I will try to imagine this word, how it looks in mirror. It looks like this in the mirror. Yes. It exactly looks like this in the word mirror. I have made a left slant. And if you see in the mirror, it looks in the right slant. So yes, now see the beauty. This is a mirror image and that's a right image. So from now I recommend you to write any word. You know, you write like this and I write like this very fastly. I tested myself. It took only 14 months, I think. During Corona, I have developed this font. I was free, no sessions, and started. Okay, there is no lockdown for brain, right? No lockdown for pen, no lockdown for paper. So try to write in right slant. Second thing out of three, you have to really work on spacing. Most of the times you are not able to space the letters of a word properly. It's not beautiful. It's not legible. People have tough time to read it. It will take a lot of time also. And communicating others with the handwriting is very, very tough because of bad spacing. Let me write a simple word for you. You have to give a wonderful space. What's the word you read? I wrote club. CLUB I wrote, but somehow 100% it looks like DUB. There is a letter C, there is a letter L, but this guy forgot to space. Try to space. Three things I'll tell you. Try to make a note of it. Space the letters of a word properly. Space the words of a sentence properly. Space the sentences of a paragraph properly, so that your presentation looks very intact. I will tell you what is the secret of legible and beautiful presentation. Your handwriting, maybe your answer book, is read in your absence. If you give a lot of importance to the spacing, slant, letters, connections, it becomes so rhythmic, a reader gets an impression that this guy must be having a bigger goal in the life. Ye kamal ke, this guy is of stuff. I don't know who is this person, whether boy or girl, I don't know, but this person has got some bigger goals, has got some service oriented, maybe doing something, is born to become something great in the life. That kind of impression you'll be able to leave with the person who is going to correct your paper in your absence. That is one strong reason you have to make your handwriting legible, beautiful. Say for example, this word, same word slant, I write like this in my examination. What kind of impression I'm going to give? My answer is very good, analysis is fantastic, but this is the way I wrote in my answer book, and what kind of impression? The person who is reading will definitely get an impression, at least a little percent, he'll get an impression that he is not like, maybe he is of arrogance, maybe restlessness. These are the things, which are shown. So that's why please stick to the statement what I gave you. I will make my handwriting more legible, beautiful and statement. That word more you can underline. That is my favorite word in that statement. So though it's legible, though it's beautiful, though it's scientific, you will have to work on little more legible, more beautiful and more scientific handwriting. Now the third thing, to make your handwriting so beautiful, third thing you have to really work on this called zones. Once you have proper zones in your handwriting, nobody can say it's a bad presentation. You're respected more with a proper zoning. Your respect comes down. I can tell you frankly, your respect comes down only when you have poor zoning in your words. I'll tell you what is zoning. If I have a word, say for example, I have a word called goal. My G moves down, OA stays in the middle, my L goes up. L is called upper zone letter, G is called lower zone letter, OA are called middle zone letters. Try to work with these three zones. Only three zones out of 26 letters. Any letter you imagine except F. Except F. So 25 letters of English, especially lowercase letters, can be divided into three zones, like upper zone, middle zone and lower zone. Only F can be seen in both upper zone and lower zone. So 25 letters are into three zones. I've seen some people giving lot of importance for upper zone letters. They love this upper zone. Only upper zone. Remaining are not letters for them. They have a very serious face and they write and suddenly H happens and they're so happy. A lot of bright light is on the face. The moment there is a letter B, oh B. And remaining thing is so angry. I don't like these letters. Suddenly there is a letter K, I go up. And imagine once after completing the total page, all these extreme heights of upper zone letters will spoil the total beauty of my handwriting. Yes, no. That's why work on proper zoning. And I have seen thousands of people, those who give lot of importance for the lower zone letters. Huge importance, and the psychosomatic things will happen. They say, whenever they have a Y, suddenly, this is called psychosomatic things. Whatever you're writing, whatever you're talking, body acts accordingly. That's called psychosomatic relationships. So, this is one thing which will spoil. And the worst handwriting, what I have seen so far in my life is this. You will not find any zone at all. No upper zone, strictly no lower zone. This is the worst handwriting I have seen. So please try to avoid these three issues in your handwriting. Try to work on proper zoning. Your handwriting will be made beautiful. Now let's work on scientific handwriting. For next 2-3 minutes, I'll work on scientific handwriting. Please write down the points. Write a side heading called note. Note. I dot. Scientific handwriting. I dot should not be very far from the stem. Never make a circle on I. Don't make it so big. I have seen thousands of writing samples wherein you neither find a circle nor a dot. Somehow you will make a line. You will find a line that's tending towards right side, and I have seen some people making it towards left side. ఎందుకు వచ్చిందిలే क्यों why to make something बोल के छोड़ देता है. They will not do anything. And this is one bad eye. Another Y. Another one. All the eyes what you see on the board are bad eyes. This is the right eye. You find it now perfectly. This guy is poor at memory. This is little lazy. Lot of laziness. This fellow has questions on everybody. Frustration with everybody. My mother is like this. Always my boss is like this. My elder son is like this. And my neighbor is like this. They have complaints. It's not a person. It's a complaint box. This guy who has a line towards left side has no complaint on anybody. All the complaint on himself. My life is like this only. I don't know when is that I'm going to pass out. I don't know when is that I'm going to make money. When I'll get the permission. My life is like this. I'm waste. I'm not for a purpose. This is very bad. If you want a solution, I can recommend a book. I don't know how many of you read this book. Very popular, world famous book. How many of you have seen a book called I'm okay, you are okay? Please try to read this book. This is the right attitude actually. I'm okay, you are okay is a beautiful book written by Dr. Thomas Harris. It's one of the most beautiful books. Some people think, there are only 4 kinds of people in the world according to them. 1, I am not okay, you are not okay. Very dangerous people. I am not good, you are also not good. Total world is getting spoiled, and world has spoiled me. So nobody is good. You are not okay, I am not okay. Second problem is they think that you are okay, I am not okay. World is good, but things are not happening with me. Third biggest problem is everybody is bad. Only I am good in the world. You are not okay, I am okay. And the best perspective is, you are okay, I am okay. And he will explain in more than 700 pages. This line he will explain in a book called I am okay, you are okay. It's a beautiful book. Try to read that. It will really help you in your personal life, if not for your exams. Now, note 2. Avoid left slant. Note 3. Always write in medium pressure. Now try to turn your paper around. Look at the pressure you are using on your paper. How much of pressure is happening on your paper now in my session? That's your regular pressure, I think. Heavy pressure is wrong. You have stress. Everybody has stress if that is the case. Only few people on this planet Earth knows how to manage the stress. So medium pressure will make you find a solution called stress buster. All the intelligent people in the world, they try to work on stress busters. They don't work on zero stress, because you cannot get a day with a zero stress. Stress is from womb to tomb. Please remember, stress is always there with everybody, everywhere. The intelligent person, the wise person is the one who is working on stress busters. And they always work on medium pressure, neither very light nor so heavy pressure. And note number 4, maintain proper baseline. I said avoid left slant, no heavy pressure. What's one more thing I gave? Zoning, baseline, proper baseline. I'll tell you what is proper baseline. If I have a letter H, make sure that you are not writing below the line. And some people, they write everything above the line. Please try to make it on the line. My dear friends, please make a note of it somewhere. Try to practice on single ruled papers for the next 21 days from today. From today, not from tomorrow. Try to work on single notebooks. Single ruled notebook has got a line, 2 lines. In between the 2 lines, you will have only 8 millimeters measured. And that's a beautiful sheet which will help you to work on beautiful zoning also. Not only zoning, you will be able to write even lines. The lines are neither ascending nor descending. So your mind will get prepared. For 21 days only you practice on single papers, and afterwards you will be comfortable writing on plain papers also. And if possible, it's not a compulsory thing for everybody. If possible, try to work with a fountain pen. This is my favorite. Okay, at least for 5-10 minutes a day, you try to write with the fountain pen. Fountain pen is the only one. Ink pen is the only one which will connect your stroke to your mind properly. Ballpoint pen will never be able to make a beautiful connection in between your stroke and mind. You know why? There is a ball, and that ball is moving, rotating, and ink is getting, that's getting ink from back to paper. That's why there is no control on the stroke. And if you are able to write with the fountain pen, there is a beautiful sound. You can hear that sound also. It's a beautiful stroke, and you have a grip. You have a total control on what you are making. Whether it's a small dot also, you have a control on that. So try to work with these fountain pens. I think I'm the only one guy who has the most expensive fountain pens in South India, not only in Telangana, out of these 5 states, and nobody has the pens what I have. My pens are worth more than 15 lakhs now. all the fountain pens in the world I have collected. I'm also a pen collector. So with that experience, with the perfect history behind the writing instruments I'm giving you, fountain pen will help you to write faster. Fountain pen will help you to make a letter properly. To correct your letters, to correct the wrong letters, fountain pen will help you. Once the letter is corrected, okay, you can use gel pen, you can use roller ball, you can use ballpoint pen, that's fine. But to correct it, this will help you. I have three more minutes to clear your doubts. Proper, yeah, I'll write a word proper. Any kind of doubts you can ask me related to handwriting, I'm here to solve. If it's a word proper in small letters, I think you have asked me this word for the letter P. Yes, this was a P what I have seen in many cursive writing books, many copywriting books. Even I have learnt, my teacher taught me this kind of P. But friends, you can avoid this P very comfortably from now. What if I don't write this part of P? It may look like lot of issues, and if I forget the bottom part and upper part, it may look like N. Joining this P to another letter is very difficult. It's been so difficult for thousands of people earlier. That's why this P is corrected like this, and you can see it in the group number 5 of the sheet given to you. You can see this P in the group number 5. So try to develop this P. Capital R. Capital R can be made in 2 strokes. Capital R can be made in 1 stroke also. If you can write a slanted line like this, R is going to be very easy. Try if you can do this. A slanted subtle S kind of stroke, which is slanted towards right side. There is a beautiful subtle S kind of stroke. You can write R like this. Maybe with a little calligraphy style, you can write R like this. Or simply you can write R this way. So with the same stroke you can write B. With the same stroke you can write P. So 2 more letters from the same stroke. B and P also can be developed. This is additional bonus. P, B, R are 3 letters of a same family. Anything else? 2 more minutes. Anything else related to handwriting? Your personal problem with the handwriting, you can ask me. Any issue you have with the handwriting, you can. Paper మీద స్ట్రైట్గా రాయడానికి. First, try to draw some lines with the black sketch pen on a plain paper. Above that, you keep your plain paper. You'll be able to see those lines underneath and practice it for a week, and afterwards your mind will be tuned. So another scientific solution to maintain even lines on the paper is, if this is a paper, when you start here, maybe you left an inch from the top margin, you always have a vision on top of the line what you are writing. When you started this line, you have 1 inch on top of the line. Please try to maintain the same 1 inch place above the line. Automatically your line is straight. If you also focus like a bird's eye view, if you can see, if you can also focus on the line or the space above the line what you are writing, if you can maintain the same kind of gap what you have started with till the end of the current line, automatically it's even. Because the gap, if it is gradually increased, your line is going down. If the gap above the line is gradually reduced, your line is going ascending. Both are wrong. Last. Your name. Your name is a combination of letters. You practice the letters and join. You will be able to write. All the letters are there, all the connections are there. 26 letters are given to you. 52 letters are given to you. So, I think it's all. We can call it a day. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and anybody is interested more to have more inputs on this, we also conduct online offline sessions in Hyderabad, and you have my numbers and email IDs over there. You can mail me, you can call me, call to our office, and we'll be able to help you. I don't do anything else other than handwriting research and training. Thank you so much, and I wish you a huge success. Thank you.